Despite many campaign promises and a majority in both houses, congressional Republicans have continued to fund Planned Parenthood to the tune of billions and billions of tax dollars every year, amazingly. Now, the Trump administration is taking unilateral action. The administration plans to issue new guidelines that would bar any facility that receives federal Title X funding from performing abortions in the same building. The move obviously is aimed at Planned Parenthood, which performs 40% of all the abortions committed in America. Lila Rose is the founder of the anti-abortion group Live Action, and she joins us tonight. Lila, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Tucker.
Is this a meaningful step?
It's a big step. I mean, Title X has been a slush fund of money of $60 million a year for Planned Parenthood, coming right from taxpayers, going right to the biggest abortion chain. So to cut that money, you still have over $400 million they're getting through Medicaid reimbursements, but it's a big step in the right direction. The big question now is enforcement going to happen? Once this rule goes into effect, we need to make sure that the enforcement happens and that they're not weaseling their way into getting more money to facilities that are referring for abortion.
And, of course, you have to imagine it will be blocked by a federal judge somewhere along the line.
There's always a bit of blocking by judges, pro-abortion judges. That usually happens.
That's for sure. So Planned Parenthood takes this money, hundreds of millions of dollars in taxpayers' funding every year. It's obviously a component of the Democratic Party, which is its own conversation. But it raises an obvious question, which is there are no other private sector organizations that can provide the health care Planned Parenthood provides, but that don't supply 40% of the abortions in this country.
It's ridiculous. There are literally thousands of federally qualified health centers that are far more qualified to provide holistic care that don't commit abortions that could receive both the Medicaid reimbursement money and Title X money, and there are other providers that can receive that money. But Planned Parenthood is, again, in the pocket of the DNCs, in the pocket of Planned Parenthood, and once they get their $500 million of money a year from taxpayers because of the Democrats, unfortunately right now, and the Republicans in some ways enabling it by not fighting it enough, then they turn around and fund the Democrats in their election. So it's a real pass-through of money. But look, this is a corporation, Tucker, that's killing 320,000 children every single year in this country. They're in scandal after scandal. Their other services that they claim to provide have gone down according to their own annual reports. Their total number of patients have gone down, Pap tests have gone down, no mammograms, prenatal services almost negligible. Abortion's their cash cow, and they're going to fight this new rule from Title X from the administration tooth and nail because this is the way that they survive.
Any idea, if you were to strip out the federal funding from their budget, what percentage of the money Planned Parenthood takes in every year comes from abortion?
So
Any idea?
So for clinic income, they're making, so the actual money they get from their clinic operations. So it's not the donations from George Soros and Warren Buffett. It's not the donations from taxpayers, the $500 million a year from taxpayers. It's about 50%, nearly 50% of their clinic income is from abortion. So if you strip away the money from the wealthy pro-abortion billionaires, and you strip away the money from the abortion activists, and you strip away the money from taxpayers, you're really left with abortion being the cash cow at Planned Parenthood. A few $100 million is left of clinic operations, and of that, it's well over $100 million in abortions.
So it's all about abortion, obviously, and let's stop pretending. So the core Democratic argument
politically
is,
in every way,
if we have more abortions, the Democrats are telling us we'll be happier. Do you think that's true?
It's horrific. How dare they say that to women and girls? This is a line that is so, post-sexual revolution. It's outdated, it's antiquated, it's outright false. It's abusive, it's killing children, but it's telling women that somehow abortion is good for them. Abortion is not health care. Abortion is an act of violence against a child who's innocent and forming and against a woman's body. This is a shame, it's a scandal. And so when you have Democrats or you have folks getting up there pretending to care about women and standing up there, Maxine Waters, whoever it is, and saying that they represent women, shame on them. It is the furthest thing from the truth.
No one ever calls them on it, but the core assumption is a lie. Lila Rose, thank you.
Thanks, Tucker.